The future inventor. James Watt was born in Greenock, Scotland in the month of January of 1736, where he lived with his mother and father. From a young age, Watt learned a lot within his own household. He was homeschooled in mathematics, Latin, Greek and English grammar. Meanwhile, his father was running a successful ship and house building business. At his father's workshop is where James Watt learned how to build. He had his own tools bench and forge where he would make models, cranes, and organs among other things. When Watt was 17 years old, he left his home to attend the University of Glasgow in London. He had left for a short while but returned in 1757 where he opened a small workshop at the university. Here he made small mathematical instruments like compasses and scales. In 1764, while attempting to repair a Newcomen steam engine, he discovered that the steam engine was extremely inefficient. The steam chamber of the steam engine was drastically cooled when the steam was being released from the chamber. This cooling effect was causing a waste in energy that steam would be using to push on the piston. After struggling to find a solution, in 1765 Watt finally had a breakthrough when he invented a separate condenser that would lower the latent heat loss on the steam chamber by cooling off the steam into water without cooling down the steam chamber. Shortly afterwards, Watt met a fellow chemist, physicist, and inventor, James Roebuck, who saw some potential in Watt's invention and urged him into building his own machine. They became partners in 1768, and together, with the financial help of Roebuck, Watt made a small test engine, and they began working towards getting a patent on the invention that Watt created. Not much work was accomplished through the partnership between Watt and Roebuck. Shortly after their partnership began, Roebuck went bankrupt in 1772. This setback forced Watt to find a new financial partner. In 1774 he became partners with Matthew Boulton. Boulton's support tremendously accelerated Watt's progress and eventually led to his completion of his steam engine concept. Watt's first two steam engines were installed in 1775. One was installed in the factory of famous ironmaster James Wilkinson, and was used to blow air into the furnaces of his factory. The other was used at coal mines in order to pump out water at the coal mines when they flooded. After having much success and making a great amount of money through building engines and selling them to copper and tin mines, Watt was influenced by Boulton to advance his machines to be useful for other growing industries. Boulton thought that the more effective engine would come out of a change from the simple reciprocating steam engine to a more useful rotary action engine. In 1781, Watt successfully completed a rotary action steam engine. With the help of Boulton's suggestions, Watt further improved his machine by adapting it to a double action in 1782, where the piston could move more efficiently. Instead of using gravity to move in the opposite direction, steam could be used to push the piston backwards as well as forwards. He did not effectively figure out how to add this concept to his steam engine. This changed in 1784, where he turned the machine on its side to perfect the perpendicular motion idea. Watt was not done. 4 years later, in 1788, Watt added an attachment to his machine that allowed the operator to adjust the speed of the steam engine. This attachment was called the centrifugal governor. Watt practically completed his machine in 1790 after his creation of the pressure gauge. He did all of this through the helpful suggestions of Boulton. Watt's steam engine would eventually go on to play a huge role in the Industrial Revolution that took place all throughout the world. Watt's steam engine has been modified. His steam engine concept is still used today and is one of the key ways in how we make electricity. The work created from the steam engines are used to move magnets around a copper wire in order to make the electrons move. Without the help of the steam engine, life as we know it would not exist. And all of the inventions that we see would not have had no means to be created. James Watt passed away in 1819. But Watt's legacy lives on. In honor of him, he has a unit of power named after him, as well as a university named after him.